mid-Mississippi Valley, Missouri, Illinois, Ohio. You need to be on the lookout for severe weather today and tonight, especially central and the eastern parts of central Illinois, on into central Indiana and central and northern Ohio and northwestern Ohio. You can see heavy rain moving through my hometown in Detroit. At my house, much needed water, greening the grass up. But we got an enhanced area. You can see where the storms from this morning are dying out. But it's in the middle of the that's going to be a residual boundary layer is going to be left there, and that's going to enhance as the sun, with pretty clear skies here in central Illinois, which is needed for thunderstorms and severe weather. And we only have high stratus clouds and high cirrus clouds, which will be burnt off quickly. And with high temperatures approaching 90 and a dew point approaching the mid-60s, as the lower levels destabilize, we have a cold front just off to the north. And this boundary layer overhead from the dying thunderstorms this morning, we're going to have a big severe thunderstorm, possibly long lines coming from the north and northwest, and then pushing south and southeast. And I'm expecting a big line of thunderstorms. And primary threat's going to be 70-mile-an-hour winds, central and eastern Illinois, of central Illinois and central Indiana and northwest and central Ohio. Even just northwest of the St. Louis area, a slight risk. But I expect in that enhanced area that Bloomington, Illinois is in, or right on the border of, 70-mile-an-hour winds, golf ball size hail, heavy rain, and brief tornadoes. It's going to be a nice day. We'll keep you updated and up to date as the watches, advisories, pre-watches start to come up. We got the mesoscale right now. We don't really have anything going on there. You can see, where's the tornado risk? Let's go overview. I haven't been on here in a while. They have the risk. There we go. So you can see central Illinois is in the slight risk and right on the border of the enhanced risk, which is very high for central Illinois. You can see the tornado risk. We have a 2% chance of a tornado, and then the best chance of tornado is in northern and northwestern Ohio, right? Wind, we have a moderate risk, very high, elevated level for wind damage in the central Illinois area, especially Indiana and Ohio, and then hail. I'm not sure what them dotted lines mean, maybe at night. So it's going to be a very interesting day. The sun's already shining, and the atmosphere is already destabilizing in the low levels, and that will mix with cool air in the mid and upper levels that gets mixed in with the atmosphere later on. It's going to be a fascinating day to watch the Doppler and watch the storms fire up. But Bitcoin, and you can see it's Fiscal and Monetary Policy Friday. Like, subscribe, and share on our way to 400 subscribers. We're going to get into the gold and the silver bullion market, the mining sector, our foreign stocks, right? And get into what's going on with the Fed and this whiplash that's going on. We'll see the stock market. It's having a rough morning, 500 points down. Phil, I am not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. This is strictly educational and entertainment only. Yes, Phil, I changed character sign because I wanted to say if my list would get you to understand I'm not financial advisor. No, education and entertainment only. Phil. And we'll get into what's going on in the gold and silver bullion and the stock market. It's not liking what's going on. You see the futures market. The stock market's not liking the Fed going to allow inflation to take a stranglehold, right? The market's not liking that. And we put out this absurd rising wedge. Even more absurd than the Bitcoin one right here. You see that? It's absurd. And you've hit critical support with the Fed pumping from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and now 4. If you break this critical uptrending support, and right now at current price, get up now. At current price, it's about 32,000. If you break that, you're in a world of problems if you don't get the buyers, right? And the most you're going to do is this. You're not doing this. They don't have enough money to do that. If you break that, you're coming way down here really fast, and then you're going way down there. And the Fed's going to try, once you get down here, to start pumping the market again, but it's going to increase inflation, and we already have huge inflation problems in the United States and around the world with this absurd modern monetary theory where there's nothing theoretical about it. It's been tried, tested, and true, and it's failed every time, and it's failing in the European Union. It's failing in the United States. It's failing all around the world. It's failed in Venezuela. It failed in Greece. It failed in Italy. It's failing everywhere, right? But they still try it because the sheeple are sheeple, and they just are easily manipulated. See? Elevated severe weather risk. You see this? Severe storm risk, Central Illinois. There's enhanced risk of severe weather. It's a breaking news. This is a breaking severe weather update. A belt of strengthening mid-level westerly flow will develop across the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and northern Ohio Valley on Friday afternoon, association with amplifying shortwave trough, which we just talked about with that dying thunderstorms. Upper level high pressure will persist over the southwest, blah, blah. A cold front, as we talked about earlier, will extend from the eastern Michigan, southwest, into central high plains by late afternoon as a warm front moves east across Indiana, Ohio, west Pennsylvania. A tropical low over western Gulf is forecasted to strengthen into a tropical storm before moving inland in Louisiana early Saturday morning. Nice. Maybe that'll come up this way. In the Mississippi Valley, a complex forecast scenario exists Friday with ongoing morning storms. This has influenced the severe risks developing later in the afternoon. That's what we're talking about at the beginning of this video. Current expectations are for thunderstorms to move across southern lower Michigan and northern portions of Indiana, Ohio during the morning, with redevelopment or re-intensification like we were talking about during the afternoon, along with outflow that we were talking about earlier this morning. Boundary and the cold front is a strong instability in excess of 25 to 3,000 JK develops in the wake of the eastward moving warm front. Mid-level flow will increase 35 to 50, providing ample shear for supercells with a risk of severe hail that we talked about earlier, and wind and conditional tornado threat for storms in the vicinity of the boundary where low-level shear will be maximized. Increasing storm coverage should lead to both supercell and linear storms model. Linear storms mean line of storms, right? More built and structured together. Supercells are by themselves, yep, and very strong. Or you can go that way and go that way. You can just go around that way. See right there? Just go around that way if you want. Just make a big U. God, these fucking drivers are all retarded. None of them speak English. They're fucking dumb. Where were we? Mid-level front, blah, blah, this fucking scumbags. Supercells, further west, amplification, impulse. Low-level flow is expected to develop in the wake of the southward moving cold front we talked about. Stronger flow, low-level lapse rates, and strong heating. See, remember we talked about the strong heating? There we are. The edge of the southern edge of the stronger flow will support supercell and multi-cell storm organization. Very steep mid-level lapse rate, instability and shear. And strong heating will contribute to risk for large hail and damaging gusts with isolated thunderstorms. With isolated storms during the afternoon and early evening. That's what we're talking about. I'll keep you updated Right now in the central Illinois area, we're just destabilizing the atmosphere. So we got a few hours before the fireworks take off. But back to Bitcoin real quick, and then I go take some pictures. You can see we told you this price was going to continue moving down. We're just going to give you quick price targets. Actually, I already did this. So Bitcoin, if you get pumped, if you get a little pump this weekend, you could do the yellow up here. See that? You could do that. Or you're just going to get rejected. But you're forming a bearish continuation. We need more data. More data, please. Oh, that's right. Vincenzo said more data. More data. See that? We're forming a bearish consolidation pattern here. Industry exclusive. And you heard it here first on Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. And the rest of the YouTube cryptocurrency world will start extrapolating this data into other coins to make it sound like they know what they are talking about. But you see we have a bearish continuation pattern clone. Support and resistance. You could bounce around in here for a minute, but when it breaks, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Trying to clean up these charts as we go. But when you break that targeted move with our industry exclusive line tool with an arrow, or a perching tool, as it's now called because of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. And check out the knowledge of our time. Midnight Radio. Very excited about that. Last night was about monetary and fiscal policy. You can see that brings us down to where we think we're going. Very close to a target, a short-term target down here on support and resistance, and then going to our short-term target of $33,332.81. It's going there, right? So you're going to be in this pattern, but when you break down, that's where you're coming real quick, and all the coins will follow because they all follow Bitcoin, right? Industry exclusive, content only, the Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Now, there's an outside shot that you could have a very fast weekend where you tank, right? And then you pop back up to upper resistance, and then you tank and commits the fall. You could have a crazy weekend like that. So we're going to keep that in the background in case we have some craziness on the weekend. But we're coming down here in the next week. And then we're going much, much lower in Bitcoin. We'll go to some of these other off coins I haven't talked about. Theta. You can see after that huge pump that we went over the other day, you're going to probably come back down to that resistance now, or lower support. And then you're going to break back down into here. Here's what I think you're doing in Theta real quick, because the volume's crashing bearish. You just had a big pump. Is you're going to trade back on resistance or underneath support. Underneath support. Then you're going to break back into the triangle. Hit it as upper resistance. Hit it as lower support. And then you're going to break down, and you're going much, much lower in Theta. ICP, I don't know what the fuck this is. Some other junk that you guys got me looking at. Well, that's a comparison to Bitcoin. So we're going to get rid of that. Remove. AMP. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we already diagnosed and sniffed this shit out for you. We're forming a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, whatever AMP is. And your neckline target real quick on a flush is going to be down in here. You're going down to 50 or 0.055541 cents real quick. Then you're going to bounce and make that right shoulder. And you can see that left shoulder, you know, beautiful. Head. And then the right shoulder, that's not there yet, but it's going to look something like this. When it's done, that's developing. And then you're coming much, much lower in AMP, whatever the fuck coin that pile of garbage is. But maybe a gold mine to somebody, but looks like a pile of garbage to me. ADA on this fast pace moving. Another fucking bearish continuation pattern, Vincenzo. I'm fucking getting hammered in ADA. I'm getting hammered in Theta. I'm getting hammered in whatever the fuck that other coin was that these shysters and hustlers got me in. Fucking scumbags, Vincenzo. Yeah, I know, my good man. I tried to help you, but you guys just get fleece heisted and shysted. Simply and easily with the Riley Martin show. We're going to go over the Biavians and the Tuxisians, right? To our industry exclusive tool, we can see we have a descending triangle. See that? Yeah. Yeah. And this is in comparison to Bitcoin, so we need to get rid of that. Get the fuck out of there. Nobody cares about in comparison to fucking Bitcoin. Vincenzo, you're giving me bad fucking advice. You're comparing the price of ADA to fucking Bitcoin. I don't give a fuck about in comparison to Bitcoin. I need the fucking US dollar, you scumbag. The federal government doesn't want no fucking Bitcoin. Right? They need US dollars. I told you, I'm outside your house. I'm out for blood, Vincenzo, and that's more deception by you, because you're the criminal gangster cartel. I'm on every airplane. I've traveled all across the country. Every taxi cab. You better look in the back seat. I might be the driver. You better look in every dark alley, every corner, every public bathroom, and every waiter. I'm out for blood, Vincenzo. I'm gonna find you. I'm a fucking detective. But if we move on to this, we can see we're in the Vincenzo quadrant, industry exclusive tool that we're bringing. Part of what I use in my database set in a probability based way. You can see, oops, we got to move that back. You can see we're in the southwest quadrant, or the south central quadrant, and we're rotating through. We rotated through the western quadrant into the west central, and then we migrated and rotated into the southwestern and now south central quadrant. And we're going to progress through into this eastern quadrant. And then we have a lot more volatility as soon as we break over in here, where we could have a lot of volatility in Cardano, right? But I think the volatility is going to be down because we got a lot of overhead resistance. But this quadrant's going to be volatile, but within a range. Upper resistance, lower support, right? And Cardano. Like, subscribe, and share updates to come. Peace and love. Peace and love. Smooth Jazz 106.8 FM Detroit. Yeah, see, I got a subscriber that likes the little chocolate swirl film. Yeah. I'm not a financial advisor, say. No, I'm not. Strictly education, yes, education and entertainment only. This is only my personal opinions on the market and beliefs on where it's going and what I'm doing. Fair.